Have you or a loved one been affected by life? Have you felt that a trip might be your only way to escape? Do your thoughts sometimes seem jumbled or don't make sense? Then the internet and probably medical professionals everywhere would recommend journaling. My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Hello again. It's me, Kim, with Kim Tries, where I try to be a better adult. And as you probably heard by both the title and the intro that I hoped you got a little giggle at, we're learning about journaling today and how that has impacted my life. So let's jump right in. What is journaling? What does the internet say for journaling? And Google says the act of journaling is to write in a journal and or a diary. That's it. That is the definition of journaling. And honestly, if I would have known that it's that simple, I would have started a long time ago. Because the act of journaling, when you look at bullet journaling and food journaling and sleep journaling and your 5-minute journal and your daily journal, and there's just so many things that people suggest that you journal and keep track of and keep all of it straight, and it's too many. It causes more stress than it takes away. And if I would have known that journaling is the simple act of writing in a journal, which I guess I did know. So now that we know the definition of journaling, I would like to know what the benefits of journaling are. And if you Google how to self-care and take care of yourself, everyone at least says journaling one time. It's always maybe you should journal. Maybe you should write down your feelings. Maybe you should recount your day. And it's who has time for that? But it turns out I do. You do. You have time. Because I always thought that journaling would require me to sit down for 45 straight minutes and detail minute by minute and second by second my everyday. And that was crazy because nobody has time for that. And it's honestly insane because my friend in college, she would journal throughout the day. I would sit next to her in class. As she came up with a thought, she'd write it down. As she thought of something that she wanted to remember, she'd write it down. If she had a feeling, she'd write it down. And it was just a chronic thing throughout the day. It would take 10 seconds. It might take 2 minutes. And it's a practice I saw her do for literally years. And I still was journaling takes too long. Journaling is a time commitment. So I finally decided to stop making excuses and journal for 7 days. Even though we have that wonderful Google definition of journaling is just writing in a journal or diary, I wanted to take the time to figure out if there were any tips or tricks on how to actually start a productive journal. And so that's kind of where this takes us. And the first one was to really find a place that works for you, which I'm in my room. Obviously, the most obvious step is to buy a journal, and of course mine had to be cute. This step got a little weird, but I'm just following directions, man. The suggested time was 5 to 15 minutes, but 15 seemed like too many, so 5 it was. At this point, I guess it's time to really do the thing. So I really just word vomited onto the page for 5 straight minutes. I talked about what I did that day. I talked about what I was grateful for. I talked about what made me upset. I talked about memorable moments, not so memorable moments, and honestly just bleh, until the timer told me to stop. I actually really enjoyed that. I wrote a whole page, and this book is kind of big. This is my head for scale. And on my first day, I filled an entire page, and one of the sentences I wrote is, this journal entry wasn't supposed to be this deep. I wanted to dip my toe into the concept, see what all the hoopla was about. But this kind of rocks. It's like talking to yourself, but you won't be admitted to a hospital with padded walls. And I think that accurately describes today's first day experience. So I'm excited to keep it going for a whole week. Currently 11 o'clock at night, and I totally forgot to do this, and it's only day 2, and I can't quit now, so we're in my bed journaling. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I don't want to journal, but I guess. And so today would actually be my 7th day, but I'm filming this video. So really we've only done 6 days, but honestly, I freaking love it.
I love journaling.
I never thought I'd say that, honestly and truly. And so there's like, and as I mentioned before, there's all those different methods to journal. So like you have your like goal achieving journal, and you can have structured prompts and all this. And I just wrote whatever I wanted for 5 to 10 minutes a day. That was it. That's all I did. And it was amazing. I got to recount my day. I got to write down my feelings. I got to understand, why I reacted certain ways throughout the day, what makes me bored, what makes me tick, why I wasn't being productive, happy moments, talking to my best friends, hanging out with my grandma, like all of those things are now documented in the world forever. So when they, discover the life of Kim, they're gonna be like, oh my god, look at her personal journal that she, has kept. She enjoyed life. Me enjoying life. Anywho, so the point being is I liked it, even though every day that it came to journal, I would hate the literal thought of picking up a pen and paper and like writing down my feelings. And I wrote a whole page, a full this size. I mean, it's a pretty big notebook. My head's like pretty large, so like it's bigger than my head. And I wrote a full page in this. I wrote a full page every single day. Turns out I had a good time. I was dragging myself because sometimes you need that. I literally have moments where I'm kind of like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you being unhappy to be unhappy? Honestly, I think I'm going to do an updated video of this, and I want to keep going for 30 days and do a 30-day check-in, and I kind of want to do some variations of this. I want to try to do some prompts. I want to take different approaches and like see what other people on the big ol' internets have to say about this. But I don't want to create too much structure, because if I make it this complicated, detailed process that I thought it was in the beginning, I'm not going to want to do it. It has enough creativity that it's not as like I'm in a box, but it's not too much creativity that like bullet journal gives you. This light, open-ended journaling sequence, my cup of tea. My cup of tea. I would definitely recommend this. I'm excited to do my 30-day check-in. I'm excited to try new prompts. The moral of the story is get out there. Buy yourself a journal. Make it pretty. Match your aesthetic. My iPad cover also matches this, so I feel like I have like a brand aesthetic going on, even though my brand aesthetic is essentially blue. Shout out to my You Matter hoodie. I'm buying another one in like an hour. Anyway, so go buy a journal, grab a pen. Don't even buy a journal. Type it if you want in Word or in Evernote or in the Notepad app. It doesn't matter. Type it into your notes on your phone. Whatever works for you, whatever's convenient for you. I definitely recommend you at least try it out for a short period of time. It's like a trial run without having to put your credit card in. Very low risk, okay? So give it a try. Tell me if you start journaling, what you're journaling about below, and if you do journal already, tell me how your experience has affected your life and what improvements you see in your days going forward. So thanks everyone. I'll see you guys.